lead off tonight will be Braylon Flowers playing shortstop. Second is Hayden Dean. He's the DH. Playing behind the plate, Soup Woodard bats third in our lineup. The cleanup batter is our first baseman, Hayes Polston, wearing number 34. On the mound tonight, he bats fifth in the lineup is Matthew Wheely, a sophomore for the Tigers. Playing in right field tonight is Jacob Hunt. He's usually a pitcher. It throws me off a little bit. We've got all our seniors on the field. So Hunt is a pitcher normally, but he's playing right field tonight. Hayden Patterson is at third base, wearing number 10. In left field is Tyler Gregory, another one of our seniors. Center field. I said right field. He's usually in right field. In center field tonight is Jordan Rogers, and then playing second base is Jay Wilson.
Tigers getting ready to get started. Matthew Wheely on the mound for the Tigers. Soup Woodard in the dish. First up for the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots, number 2, Colton Sullivan. And the first pitch to Sullivan from Wheely is inside for ball 1. Sullivan, the second baseman for the Patriots. Here's the windup from Wheely. Here's the pitch. Second pitch is a called strike one. 1-1.
Wheely, a sophomore. Soup Woodard, also, Soup is a junior.
We've got a bunt. This is a bunt fly ball. And Braylon Flowers, a shortstop, comes up and picks it up off the ground, throws it over to Polston, gets away from Polston, a little high on the throw. Flowers
kind of dropped in no man's land.
He actually bunted that up over Matthew Wheely's head all the way over the mound. That was one high bunt.
It was odd.
And Flowers made the throw to Polston. So Colton Sullivan is going to be on first base for the Patriots. That's going to bring up number 4, shortstop Jay Disman. First pitch to Disman is ball 1, high.
Sullivan getting a little bit of a lead out. Being leadoff batter, I would think he's probably quick. I'll see if he tries to steal here.
Next pitch is ball 2, low and inside. Wheely comes set. Sullivan takes his lead. He's going to second. Swung on. We got a fly ball. It's headed toward first base, called for, and Hayes Polston went over to the fence to make the catch, but out of play. And so it's going to be a foul ball. So 2-1, the count to Jay Disman. Sullivan tried to steal on that play, but the foul ball brought him back to first.
I could tell by the way he was doing. I knew it wouldn't be long before he tried.
Wheely comes set. Here's the throw. That's going to be a base hit. No, that's going to be a base hit to Jacob Hunt in right field. Hunt came up on it but couldn't get to it in shallow right. And so Jay Disman will be on first base. As Heather mentioned, Jacob Hunt.
Normally a pitcher, so that's an odd place for him to be playing in right field, playing the ball.
Yep, normally pitcher only.
It's a little difficult.
Jordan Rogers normally plays right field, but the coaches tonight put all 4 of our seniors in the starting lineup.
No, normally we don't have that many.
Here's another bunt. Wheely's going to pick it up. He's going to throw it over to Hunter Patterson at third to get the lead runner on the force. And so 1 out as the lead runner gets forced out at third after the bunt by Eli Stamper. That's going to bring up Edie Chavez.
Chavez is on the mound for Allen County. Good job by Matthew Wheely knowing exactly where he was going with that ball to get the lead runner.
Here is the pitch. That's a changeup, and it hits him. And so he's going to take it down to first base. That's going to load the bases. With 1 out, the Patriots have bases loaded here in the top of the first. And Charles Jeffries, the third baseman, comes up to the plate.
Jeffries, right-handed batter.
Tigers defense comes in with bases loaded. Play at any base. First pitch is a called strike 1, right down the middle fastball. Wheely back to the windup.
Let's see if the Tiger defense can get us out of this.
Here's the pitch. That swung on. That's going to be a foul ball out of play on the first base side. 0-2, Wheely gets ahead of Jeffries early in the count.
Everybody in the grass for the defense.
Here's the pitch from Wheelie. Swung on. Hayes Polston going back. Jacob Hunt coming up. And can't make the play next to the foul line in right. They throw it in to Soup at home, but unable to get the force out nor the tag on Jay Disman. And so as Disman crosses the plate, slides across the plate, the Patriots will take a 1-0 lead.
With only one away and bases still loaded.
Number 14, Levi Cooper, the catcher, coming up to bat for the Patriots. Here's the pitch from Wheelie. Inside pitch, ball one. 1-0 the count to Cooper. Wheelie winds up. Shows bunt. Delivers the changeup.
Nice pitch by Wheelie.
Strike one. 1-1 the count. Time called and granted. Cooper goes over to have a conference with the third base coach.
Now, we played Allen County at Allen County. Do you remember what the score was?
9-1.
9-1.
And we've got a pinch runner coming in at second base, Isaac Garrett, stepping in for the pitcher, Chavez. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike two. Good pitch for Matthew Wheelie. 1-2 the count.
See if Wheelie can get out of this mess with only one run scoring.
Here's the pitch. That's low. And so it's 2-2, even count. Tigers beat Portland on Monday 4-3, lost to Portland 3-2 on Tuesday. This will be the last game of the week for the Tigers. That pitch is low. Full count now, 3-2 with one out, bases loaded.
Nowhere to put this guy. We need to get an out.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled
back.
off. Straight back to the backstop. Count remains 3-2.
And from where we are sitting with that sun coming in, it is very hard to see the pitch. So if we're a
Very
little
difficult.
late letting you know what is going on, it is very difficult for us to see the pitch from where we are. That sun is beaming in.
Here's the pitch from Wheelie. Swung on, fouled off, straight back again. Count stays 3-2.
Wheelie's used several pitches already here in this first inning.
Tigers coming in to the game tonight, 14-9-1. This is a non-district game. And Wheelie's going to walk. The base is loaded, and he's going to actually walk a run in as Cooper heads down to first base. That's going to bring up number 3, Bryce Calvert. Base is still loaded. Patriots lead 2-0.
We were at number 7 in the lineup. Calvert playing right field.
Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Check swing.
Check swing. Yes,
Strike one.
he went. Broke those wrists.
Oh, 1 the count to Calvert. Here's Wheelie's pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
Tigers need an out desperately.
Double play would be just what the doctor ordered here.
That would be lovely. And we have turned several this year.
We have.
Jay Wilson on second. I have seen it.
That one's in the dirt.
Gets
and
away.
So gets away from Soup.
Everybody stays. Nobody's
1-2 the count
moving.
to Bryce Calvert. Here's the pitch. That's low and inside. Even count at 2-2. Wheelie winds up. Delivers. Swung on.
Oh,
That gets
nice
past.
try by Flowers.
He dove for it, but could not make the grab between third and second. So a base hit to left field. Tyler Gregory relays that in. And so the Patriots get another run across the plate. take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first inning.
Brings up Hayes, the center fielder, going to call a little bit of a timeout. Austin Craighead, the pitching coach for the Tigers, going to come out and talk to Wheelie, the sophomore, settle him down. Tigers in their gray uniforms with the big blue stripe across their chest. That's a newer uniform for the Tigers. And Wheelie's going to the dugout.
Done for today.
And that's going to bring in, I cannot see, is that Chase Keene? He's coming from behind the sun,
yeah,
so
we
I
can't
see.
Yep,
yes, that is
like
Chase
Keene coming to the mound for the Tigers.
Chase Keene, a sophomore for the Tigers.
So we're going to take a quick break while he warms up, and when we come back, the Tigers are in the top of the first. Allen County-Scottsville leads the Tigers 3-0. It's senior night. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Country 102 WLCT.
Hayes, the center fielder for Allen County. Right-handed batter. Ooh, first pitch by Keene.
Looked good.
It sure did look good from here, but
it's a ball one.
It is. Tigers looking for another out. Ball two. Keene to Hayes.
Just looking at the Allen County record thus far, Heather mentioned that in our first meeting, the Tigers beat the Allen County Patriots 9-1. Soup's going to try to throw down at first. Polson applies the tag, but not in time. Count 3-0 now. We played them on a Saturday afternoon. The Tigers won that contest 9-1. And I mentioned the Tigers come into this contest with a 14-9-1 record. And that's 4 straight balls on 4 straight pitches. It walks in another run. And now the Patriots have a 4-0 lead. The Patriots currently sitting on a 1-15 record. They've only won 1 baseball game this season coming into tonight's game. They beat Metcalfe County, who the Tigers defeated in the Alex Cassidy Classic.
We're waiting for our Tigers to show up tonight.
We are. We are, for sure.
I mean, down 4-0 quickly in this first inning. Big swing.
Swing and a miss, strike one by number 21, Drake Cook, batting 9th in the lineup. So the Patriots have gotten all the way through their lineup in the first
Unless
inning.
we turn a double play here.
Strike 2 called. 0-2 now, the count to Drake Cook, the left fielder for the Patriots. Keene gets his signal. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Count 1-2 now to Drake Cook.
I would love to see a double play by the Tigers to get out of this and not mess up my book where I'm keeping my book. Here we go.
Swung on. That gets past Flowers. He dove for it again, but it gets past him. That's going to knock in another run on the base hit from Drake Cook. And so now the Tigers have a 5-0 deficit in the top of the first inning.
We're back at the top of the order for Allen County with Sullivan. Sullivan reached on a single and got thrown out on third, the only out.
Colton Sullivan back up. Keene from the stretch. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's hit out of play into right field. And so the count 0-1 to Colton Sullivan. Keene comes set. Delivers. Breaking ball. High. Ball 1. 1-1 the count.
Keene with 8 pitches. Little high.
Ball 2. Count 2-1.
Everybody with the lead.
And count 3-1 now as that one's outside.
Our pitchers tonight are struggling to find the plate.
Keene steps back up on the mound. Sullivan steps in. Here's the pitch. Swings on it.
It bounced off the plate, I do believe.
Foul ball. Full count now to Colton Sullivan. Keene doesn't want to lose him. With 1 out and bases loaded, the Tigers down 5-0 in the top of the first. Getting some outs is what the Tigers need to be doing
essential.
ASAP.
Yes. We're down quickly, 5-0. Happened in a blink.
Keene comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, straight back. 3-2. Remains.
If you have a walk and a single and a walk and a single and some hit by pitches, that adds up very quickly.
It does. And that's another
Ooh-wee.
walk. So that's going to walk another run in. And it's going to make it 6-0 here in the top of the first with one out. Number four, Jay Disman, shortstop, coming up to bat for the Tigers.
For the
Patriots.
Disman reached on an error and scored his previous time in this inning. The Tigers are just struggling on the mound tonight.
Here's going to be a ground ball to Patterson. He gets the force at third, steps on third, throws it to first. Throw gets away from Polston, and so they're going to score 2 runs. They do get the out at third as Patterson stepped on third, but on the errant throw to Polston at first, now the Patriots have an 8-0 lead with runners at the corners, and there's 2 outs. Eli Stamper, left-handed batter, steps up to the plate. Patterson made a good play on the ball, had good presence of mind to step on third, but tried for the double play at first, and the throw was just a little bit low. Keene comes set. Here's the pitch, right down the middle for strike one. 0-1 the count to Eli Stamper. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. Strike 2. Keene would like to get out of this inning now. 0-2 is the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 1. Runners at the corner still for the Patriots. Here's the pitch from Keene. Breaking ball. Fouled away.
Fouled off.
Straight to the backstop. 1-2 is your count. Allen County was winless for the season through 14 games. They won the last game they played against Metcalfe County just the other night, and that would be their first win of the season, and trying to make their second win against the Tigers tonight.
I'm pretty sure, and maybe I'm looking at it wrong, I think it's just 7-0 because whoever's keeping score watched that one cross the plate. Here's a hit.
Jay Wilson
for the third out.
Ground ball and tosses it to Polston for a routine out. So on the ground out, that'll end the top of the first inning.
We got to get our bats going.
We're in the bottom of the first inning. This is going to be the Tigers' first at bat. Braylon Flowers is up to bat, the shortstop, number 20 for the Tigers.
Flowers batting a .301 for the season in the leadoff slot.
Chavez on the mound for the Patriots. First pitch is fouled off, back out of play over the press box. Count 0-1 to Braylon Flowers. Tigers got a lot of making up to do here.
We've got to get with it.
With a 7-0 deficit. Here's the pitch from Chavez. That's going to be a ground ball to second baseman, who's going to gobble it up. Sullivan over to Eli Stamper for the ground out, and that'll be the first out for the Tigers in the bottom of the first inning. That's going to bring up Hayden Dean, number 17, the designated hitter.
Hayden Dean, the DH, a sophomore. When he plays in the field, a lot of times he will play catcher.
Mm-hmm. During the doubleheader the other day, he played, I think he played catcher a little bit, or maybe that was Jones. They played catcher for Woodard when we had the Red Bull and Salina doubleheader. Here's the first pitch to Dean. That's a called strike 1 from Chavez. 1 out, no 1 on for the Tigers. They trail 7-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Chavez winds up, delivers. Dean steps, doesn't swing. Ball 1 high. 1-1's the count.
Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter.
Chavez winds up, delivers. That's in the dirt, and that's going to be ball 2. 2-1.
Behind the plate for Allen County is Cooper.
Here's the pitch. Dean watches that one, and that is ball 3.
Ooh,
that's kind of one of those.
That's one of those that I thought looked close for Chase Keene, but
Yep.
if he's going to
He
looked good, but he hasn't called it, so I don't know where it's missing, and it's hard to tell from up here.
That one's in the dirt, and so Hayden Dean is going to walk.
We will take it.
That'll put the first man on base for the Tigers for the afternoon, and that's going to bring up number 23, the catcher, Soup Woodard.
Soup, a junior for the Tigers. Started at the catcher position when he was a freshman, so he's been back there for a while.
His 3rd season back there.
That's right. He bats in the number 3 slot.
Dean takes his lead on first.
Tigers.
Chavez from the stretch. Ball 1, low and outside.
Tigers have got to string together some hits and get some people across the plate.
If indeed the strike zone is as small as it looks.
It looks tiny.
There could be a lot of walks today, as we saw in the first inning. And that one's a called strike. Catcher Cooper throws down to Stamper on first. Dean able to get back in time before Stamper applies the tag. And so now Soup steps back in. The count's 1-1, still 1 out. Now Chavez is going to step off, trying to keep Dean honest on first base. And now he steps back on from the stretch. Soup steps in. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be a foul ball straight back.
Big cut by Woodard.
1-2.
He wanted that.
1 out. 1-2 count to Soup Woodard. 1 man on for the Tigers.
Down 7-0 here in the bottom of the first inning.
First inning, not the bottom of the 6th, the bottom of the 1st. Chavez comes set. Dean takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That's way high. Evens the count at 2-2.
I think by watching this strike zone, I think I would make him pitch to me. If they've watched a little bit, looks very small anyway. I would make him throw.
Very few called strikes in this game so far.
Well, there's one.
And there's one.
I
said I jinxed it.
We jinxed it.
Soup Woodard watches that one.
That's right.
For a 3rd strike. That's going to be the 2nd out for the Tigers. And that's going to bring up the cleanup batter, 34, Hayes Polston.
Polston left-handed, a junior. Let's see if he can move Dean around.
Dean still on first base. Chavez comes set. Polston steps in. Up, Chavez steps off, looks first, doesn't throw. Dean slides back. And now Chavez resets. Chavez comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to be hit to center field. Center fielder
He had
camps
time to
out
camp.
under it. Dusty Hayes makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Tigers come away scoreless in the bottom of the 1st. The Patriots are going to be back up to bat when we come back. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Country 102. Chase Keene on the mound for the Tigers. First pitch, foul ball, strike 1.
Tiger defense, we need to shore up right here and get 3 up and 3 down quickly and then get our bats going. They're at the cleanup spot with Chavez, the pitcher.
Swung on again, foul ball. Count 0-2.
Chavez was hit by pitch and scored last inning.
Keene up early here. 0-2. Swung on, reached. Braylon Flowers hits his glove, it bounces out. And so on the error, Chavez will reach first base. And that's going to bring up number 8, Charles Jeffries, the 3rd baseman.
I almost think our Tigers need to call a timeout, have a reset, and start all over because this is we have reverted back to some old
bad habits. Yep.
And this is not the Tiger team we've seen recently.
Jeffrey steps in. Chavez has a pinch runner for him, I think. And is that number 7 back in for him again? Can't tell from here. Yes, number 7, Isaac Garrett has come in as a pinch runner for Chavez. And so strike 1 to Charles Jeffries. Second pitch low for ball one. Count 1-1 to Jeffries now. And Garrett on first base. He's going to second.
There he goes.
He's going to throw down. Woodard's going to throw down.
Ooh.
And Wilson gets it almost. The umpire kind of made a halfway.
He started to make a halfway safe. But
and then he started to make an out, and now he says safe. Okay, so that was a close play from Woodard to Wilson. 2-1's the count. Swung. That's going to Hunter Patterson. He's going to pick it up, and that throw is going to be low, but Poston able to dig it out. Oh, no. And then he throws over to Flowers, who is standing on third, to maybe try to tag out that runner who was adjusting and talking to the coach, but almost threw it away.
Whew.
Flowers saved it right there, kept it from going out.
And that's right in. I could not see any of that play.
Going right into the equipment shed. So now with one out, the Patriots have a runner at third after Hunter makes the ground out to first. First pitch now to Levi Cooper, the catcher, is a ball high.
Cooper reached on a walk and scored. It seems like 3 days ago, but it was just at the top of the first.
Change up outside, ball two. Count 2-0. Keene winds up, delivers, called strike one. 2-1, the count to Levi Cooper.
I'd like to see Keene even it up right here.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. That gets past Braylon Flowers. He makes a dive for it, but it's in the gap. Tyler Gregory grabs it, tosses it in, but that's going to be an RBI for the Patriots, who now lead 8-0.
And they are hitting it in every hole they can hit it in. And then
are.
we're helping them, and then they're finding a hole and scoring those people.
Number 3, Bryce Calvert, coming up to the plate.
Calvert singled and scored. Keene, a sophomore on the mound. Soup Woodard behind the plate. Hunter Patterson at third. Braylon Flowers at short. Jay Wilson at second. Hayes Polston on first. In the outfield, we have Jordan Rogers at center. Tyler Gregory in left, and Jacob Hunt in right. All seniors.
Here's the pitch to Calvert. That's going to be ball two, low.
Patterson, Gregory, and Hunt all out of position. Rogers usually plays right field. He's at least one of our outfielders.
Swung on back into the backstop. But, other than the fly ball to right field, these guys that are playing out of position haven't really gotten any action. They've been hitting it in the holes.
They have been. Poor old Braylon Flowers has dove several times already in this game and just hitting in the gaps.
That's going to be low for ball three. Count 3-1 with one out.
And that's one thing I saw Coach Hudson the other morning, and I said, what happened to us at Portland? And he said, we couldn't find a gap. He said, we were hitting the ball. We just couldn't get hits when we needed them, and when we did, we couldn't find the gap.
We're going to second, and that's going to be a walk. And so no credit for the steal, as there was a walk on the pitch. And so that's going to bring up number 24, Dusty Hayes, with runners at first and second for the Patriots.
One out. Hayes, the center fielder for Allen County.
Here's the pitch from Keene. And that's going to be a ball inside, ball one.
Keene already at 38 pitches.
Wow. Keene comes set, delivers. That's going to be low for ball two. Very small strike zone today. And the Patriots, it's very few called strikes. You either hit the ball or it's a ball. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Dead in the water.
And thrown out at third as
nice
Soup
job
Woodard
by Soup Woodard.
Catches the runner stealing over to Hunter Patterson, who applies the tag in plenty of time. And so he'll head back to the dugout, and that'll be 2 outs now for the Tigers, and with a runner on first. Count 2-1. Here's the pitch, and that is ball three. Some of these, I will have to say, some of these pitches are.
They look right on the money.
Yeah, they do. 3-1's the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Patterson gets the ground ball. It's a fair ball. Nope, it gets by him. It's hard for us to see in the sun.
That sun is
Tyler
terrible.
Gregory actually gets the ball and throws it in. And so that will be a base hit.
I couldn't tell if it bounced on the top of the plate, on the top of the base, or
foul.
It did, but
Dusty Hayes, after the ball goes under Patterson's glove, Dusty Hayes gets on first. Drake Cook at the plate. First pitch to Cook is a ball. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for the Patriots. Keene comes set, delivers. That's outside for ball 2.
Runners at first and second.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to go to Tyler Gregory in left field, who makes the catch on the fly ball.
I'm assuming he made the catch because everybody starts running off.
Everybody's cheering, and the Tigers are running in, so we know Tyler caught it. That's really the only way we can see it with the sun right in our eyes. So that's 3 outs.
Thank goodness.
But not before the Patriots put on another run. It's 8-0. We're going in the bottom of the second. Tigers going to have to come out on offense, get those bats going.
They don't look like a 1-15
Overall.
team today, and we've helped them out a little bit too.
We have.
Chase Keene.
Keene comes in. He came in for Wheelie on the mound, and so he'll replace him in the lineup.
Batting number 19, Chase Keene.
And so the first pitch
Look like a strike.
is a strike.
I believe his strike zone is small and a little bit low.
That's inside for ball 1. Count 1-1 to Keene.
The Tigers looking for their first hit. And we need lots of them. Down 8-0. Quickly.
Chavez delivers. Keene swings on it. That's hit a fly ball right to the center fielder. He didn't even move his feet.
He ate lunch before it got there.
And so as Dusty Hayes makes his second fly-out catch of the evening, that's going to bring up number 11, Jacob Hunt.
Hunt pitches for the Tigers.
And I want to mention
Lefty.
something about Hunt on senior night. Hunt has the most strikeouts of any player as a pitcher since Macon County has been keeping records of strikeouts.
Wow.
In his career. Congratulations to Jacob Hunt. First pitch, strike 1 to Hunt.
An ERA of .88.
It's amazing. Swung on. That one is going to be a fair ball, and that's going to be hit to deep right field, and Hunt is going to have a stand-up double. He hasn't batted much this year,
No,
but when
he
he
hasn't.
has, he hits the ball. And so Jacob Hunt on senior night with a great stand-up double. I remember toward the first of the season, he got a big stand-up
I started
double.
to say, I think I remember him having another one of those, but it's been a while.
It has.
Since we've seen him bat at all. That brings in Hunter Patterson, the third baseman, but he's also a pitcher for the Tigers. Senior, he missed all of last season with a torn ACL.
You haven't seen Hunter bat much this year either. He and Hunt are, like she mentioned, are both
Pitchers.
Are 1 and 2 pitchers. Hunt usually pitches on Monday and Patterson on Tuesday for district games. And so we haven't been able to see him bat a lot this year, but he's stepping up to the plate tonight on senior night. 1-0's the count to Patterson. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike 1. Count 1-1. Batting the pitchers back-to-back.
Tigers still looking for somebody to cross the plate.
Chavez.
Hunt with a big lead out there, no one holding him on.
Swing and straight up. It's going to be out of play. It's a foul ball. 1-2.
Patty wanting that one. Patty wearing the number 10.
One out. Jacob Hunt on second base for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That's high. Evens the count at 2-2.
Patty, the oldest of 3 boys, all H's, so I end up calling him the wrong name all the time. Hunter, Hayden, and Hudson.
Swung on by Patterson.
Got in the. I thought it was going to get in the gap,
and they have an error
they
at
threw it
first.
away. And here comes Hunt across the plate and slides in to get those white pants dirty.
They make the throw to Stamper at first, and he bobbles the catch. Patterson's going to reach on the error, and Hunt is going to cross the plate for the Tigers' first run of the day. Tigers now down 8-1. Tyler Gregory, left fielder, number 5, senior, coming to the plate for the Tigers.
Tyler usually pinch runs for the Tigers.
He has been on the field many times this year as a courtesy runner. He has a lot of speed. Swing and a miss, strike one. Tyler in his senior night shout out and thanks to his parents and all of his folks. He said that his future plans are to go to college and play football and go into kinesiology. Second pitch called, strike two.
Tyler, a big part of our Tiger football team that had such a successful season this year, a leader on that team.
Absolutely. 0-2 is the count. One out. Hunter Patterson on first base. Chavez comes set, delivers, swung on, fouled off, straight back. Count remains 0-2 to Tyler Gregory.
Hunter Patterson on first base reached on an error. That error scored Jacob Hunt, so the Tigers now just down 8-1.
Chavez comes set, delivers, and that's a called strike three.
He likes them low.
And that will be a strikeout for Tyler Gregory. That'll be the second out for the bottom of the second inning, and that's going to bring us
Jordan Rogers.
Jordan Rogers, who is today playing center field, number 2 for the Tigers.
Jordan batting in the number 9 slot, which is where he normally hangs out, in the number 9 slot. Usually the right fielder, playing center field tonight. Jordan an anchor for that.
Swung on the first pitch, strike one.
Outfield.
Rogers says that his future plans are to attend TCAT and learn to become a welder.
And I've seen some of his welding. If he sticks with it, he will do well.
Great profession to enter. Here's the pitch. It gets away from the catcher a little bit, but Patterson doesn't go anywhere. 1-1's the count. That one was outside and low. 2 outs, 1 on base. Tigers down 8-1, trying to see if they can chip away at this lead. Rogers steps in. Chavez steps off. Looks first, doesn't throw. Patterson comes back. Now everyone resets. Rogers steps back in. Patterson takes his lead. Stamper holding him on. Chavez delivers.
A little high.
Gonna be a ball. 2-1. Heather, you give us about 15 or 20 minutes, and that sun will start to go down below those trees.
It is a killer tonight.
We'll be able to see.
We might be able to see left field.
Here's the pitch. That's low for ball 3. Count 3-1.
However, I will take it any day. 80 degrees, sun shining, much better than 40 and it drizzling rain. So we'll take it.
The 3-1 pitch is a walk for Jordan Rogers. So the senior Jordan Rogers heads down to first base in his first at bat.
And we're back at the top. Look for something to do.
Braylon Flowers comes up with 2 outs. The Tigers need a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the second inning.
Braylon grounded out his previous time. I'd love to see him get at least 1 RBI right here or load the bases.
Chavez comes set, delivers high, ball 1.
Seeing these seniors getting on base, and we have a fantastic group of seniors, a fantastic group of young men that I have gotten to know very well.
We do. Really high for ball 2. Throw down to first from Cooper to Stamper. Rogers able to get back in time. 2-0's the count. Now to Braylon Flowers.
All 4 of them are very good students.
Good young men.
Very good.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. 2-1 is the count to Flowers.
Flowers looking for a hit. Tigers looking for some more runs, down 8-1 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Chavez comes set. Runners take their leads. He delivers. Flowers swings on it.
Oh,
that's going to be
a
fly ball to center field, and that's going to be the 3rd out as Dusty Hayes makes his 3rd catch in center field in this game.
Tigers strand 2.
And so 8-1 is your score. We're coming back in the top of the third. Stay with us here on Senior Night. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Country 102 WLCT. Keene steps up on the mound.
Lead off Sullivan.
First pitch inside, ball 1.
Sullivan has singled and walked, but yet to cross the plate.
Tigers pitching 2 sophomores so far in the game. That I'm not sure how much closer that can be, but that's a ball 2. That looked like a strike to me.
It sure did. I mean, it right across, right in the middle.
Soup didn't move his glove.
He did not.
And it wasn't a framing job either. He didn't move his glove. And 3-0 is the count.
And that's so frustrating for a pitcher and a catcher, too, for both of them. Very frustrating.
And he walks him in four straight pitches. And so that's going to bring up number 4, Jay Disman, shortstop.
Number 4, Jay Disman.
And I would think this boy's going to try to steal, and Soup is going to try to throw down. And Soup will throw down from his knees a lot of the times.
Disman has pitched for the Patriots.
Back in the first?
For, well, several over the last few years. My 2 boys played travel ball with Jay Disman when we lived in Bowling Green on a travel ball team. And he was a good pitcher for us then. Here's the pitch to Disman, check swing, he didn't go. Ball 1.
Disman reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. He was the beginning of that
throws
run.
over to first,
Balls.
miscue to Polston, and gets away from him, and so Polston's going to go to the fence and get it. Colton Sullivan's going to take second base. And so on the missed throw to Polston, Sullivan now is at second with no outs and a 1-0 count to Jay Disman at the plate for the Patriots. Here's the pitch from Keene. That's a called strike 1. And I'll just go ahead and say it. That was the exact same pitch that we had earlier.
I mean, I know it's hard to see. Maybe he's having a hard time with the sun. Let's give him benefit of a doubt.
Swung on, fouled off down the third base side. Caught with one hand by the third base coach. And so 1-2 is the count. And he's going to third. Soup's going to not throw down to Patterson.
He didn't move. The batter never moved, so it was kind of hard for Soup to get that throw.
2-2 the count on the high pitch. Runner on third for the Patriots. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That goes to Flowers at short. He checks the runner at third. He throws over on a one-hopper to Polston, who digs it out for the out. At first, the runner at third does not move.
Yeah, he looked him back a little bit, looked the runner at third back, and then made the throw.
So 1 out now. That brings up number 9, Eli Stamper, the first baseman.
Thanks, Greg.
Lone runner at third. Swung on. That's fouled off on the third base side. 0-1 the count to the first baseman, Stamper. Keene comes set. Delivers. Change up. That's
Hard
hit in the gap between first and second to right field. That's going to score Colton Sullivan. Put the 9th run on the board for the Patriots. Hunt gets that one back in. And Eli Stamper will be safe at first. That's going to bring up number 17, the pitcher tonight for the Patriots. It's Eddie. They're yelling Eddie down there. It's Eddie. We thought it was Edie with only one D, E-D-Y on the lineup. We thought it was Edie, but it's Eddie.
Phonetically, it is Edie.
It is Edie. That is correct. You have 2 English majors
That's
sitting
right
here on the radio.
Phonetically, it is.
And so it should be Edie, but
That's
it's
right.
Eddie.
It's Eddie.
And that one is outside for ball 2. Count 2-0 now to Chavez. Runner on first, Stamper. Keene comes set. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Chavez thought that was inside, and so he did not go.
I
but
can finally see the ball a little bit. The sun is going down
got
a little bit. We got a little
cloud.
clearer.
Yeah, a little cloud action helping us out. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 3. Count goes 3-1. Still 1 out. 1 man on base. Patriots now lead 9-1.
Chavez has been hit by pitch, reached on an error, and scored both times.
This is going to be hit to Hunter Patterson at third. Ground ball. He's going to throw it over to Polston. Polston grabs it for the ground out. And so now there's 2 outs.
Runner advances to second base.
It's going to bring up Charles Jeffries.
Jeffries playing third base. Grounded out in the second inning. Maybe the Tiger defense is settling in a little bit and we can get a few outs and then get our bats going.
Keene comes set, delivers the pitch. Breaking ball. That's a ball 1. Count 1-0. Runner on second base. Little inside for ball 2.
2-0.
Stamper on the ground out to first. Stamper went ahead and pushed over to second. And here's the 2-0 pitch. That's high for ball 3.
I'd like to see Keene climb the ladder right here and come back from this 3-0 count. Show some grit for the sophomore.
Here's the pitch.
There we go.
Strike called. 3-1.
I know he's probably frustrated a little bit with the strike zone.
Here's the pitch from Keene. Swung and a miss.
All right.
Now we got a full count.
Now.
He's climbing the ladder.
That's right. Now, if he can win this battle, this would be big for Keene.
Keene comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off on the first base side, right by the press box.
If you're listening to us at home, Keene is long and lean. He's teeny, skinny guy, great kid, right-handed pitcher.
He steps off. Going to keep the runner at second, Stamper, honest. Soup going to come out, talk to him. On a 3-2 count with 2 outs, this will be the time to put an end to this half of the inning for the Tigers.
That's right. Keene got in the hole, 3-0 count, and has come back.
Keene looks in, gets his signal. Stamper takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 4. And so Keene walks him. That's going to bring up number 14, Levi Cooper, the catcher.
Cooper has walked and scored, singled, and then ended up getting thrown out at third base in the second inning. Runners at first and second for Allen County, 2 outs. Tigers down 9-1 in the bottom or top of the third.
Keene comes set. Cooper steps in. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count to Cooper. 2 outs. Keene delivers on the off-speed pitch, swung on, fouled off straight back. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Keene comes set. Pitches. Strike 3.
There we go.
And that will end the inning.
1 run come
half
across.
the inning. When we come back, we'll be in the bottom of the third inning. Tigers down 9-1 to the Patriots. Going to see if they can chip away at the lead with those bats. Stay with us. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Senior Night. 17, Hayden Dean, designated hitter, coming up to the plate for the Tigers. Chavez still doing the work on the mound for the Patriots. Here's the first pitch to Dean.
There we go.
That's going to be a base hit.
That's right.
And that's going to be to the corner of the fence in left field.
Now let's be a smart base runner and a stand-up double for Hayden Dean.
Stand-up double, just what the Tigers needed.
That's right. Get
to
it
get
going.
started in the bottom of the third. That's going to bring up Soup Woodard. I've mentioned several times tonight that he's number 7 because he always is, but tonight he's number 23. And so if you're watching on NCTC, we're so glad they're here bringing you the game, then he's not number 7 tonight. He's number 23.
It throws me for a loop when I look at that number on his jersey. I don't know that I've ever seen him wear a different number.
Dean takes his lead off second. Here's the pitch to Woodard. High, ball 1. Sometimes for a team, it just helps to know you start hitting the ball, and then they start believing they can hit the ball, and then they keep hitting the ball.
Baseball is so mental.
And Chavez turns around, keeps Dean honest on second. 1-0 count to Soup Woodard, no outs.
If we could get in the pitcher's head a little bit, that might help us out too.
Chavez comes set, delivers the pitch. Woodard.
There we go. Oh,
that's going to be.
It's going to double him up.
It's going to be a line drive to second baseman.
Oh, my.
Colton Sullivan, who ran over and stepped on second base when Hayden Dean took off. And so, double play.
Talk about momentum. Thought we had one with that double, and then bam.
2 outs.
That didn't take very long.
Hayes Polston steps to the plate. Cleanup batter, 34, left-handed junior, first baseman.
He flew out back in the first inning to center field.
First pitch outside, ball 1, count 1-0. Chavez from the windup, no one on base. Here's the pitch. Polston watches that one, and Patriots wanted it, but it's a ball 2. Umpire is quite consistent on both sides of the ball.
He absolutely is consistent. Such a small strike zone.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop.
That didn't take long at all.
That's 3 outs. When we come back, we'll be in the top of the 4th. The Patriots lead the Tigers by a score of 9-1. Stay with us here on Tiger Radio, Country 102, WLCT. And the Tigers down 9-1. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on the first pitch to Bryce Calvert.
Calvert has singled and scored and walked his previous 2 times at bat.
Chase Keene from the windup. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 1. Count 1-1 to Bryce Calvert.
You know, we've talked about this umpire having such a small strike zone, but he is consistent. So, you know, you've got to learn how to adjust with that and move on. Allen County has just hit the ball, and we've made errors and helped them along, and that's how you get down 9-1.
It is. That pitch is low for ball 2. Count 2-1. Keene from the windup delivers. That's inside, ball 3. Count 3-1 to Bryce Calvert. You put a couple of guys on base, and then they get a couple of base hits, and before you know it,
you're down.
You're down. Foul ball, that's going to make the count a full count.
And that's exactly what happened back in the first inning. You know, you have an error or 2, you have a walk, then you get a couple of base hits, and they just score. And we could have an inning like that, too.
3-2 pitch is a strikeout, a swinging strikeout.
And that's the second strikeout for Chase Keene.
And the second strikeout for the Tigers of the game.
Yes.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 24.
I said the other night at Portland, some of you may have been listening out there, that statistically, the Tigers, when they strike out at least 10 batters, they win the ball game. When they strike out less than 10 batters, they lose the ball game. That's happened all season long. And
that says a lot about our bats, too.
And it says a lot about the reliance that you're having on your pitcher.
Yes.
To keep you in the game. 2-0 is the count right now to Dusty Hayes, the center fielder, who has made 3 flyout catches for the Patriots today.
Hayes has walked and reached on an error.
Hit to Hunter Patterson at third. He pumps. He throws. Great throw to Polston.
Job.
So Patterson to Polston connection for the second out.
Patterson, a senior, not a normal third baseman. but has handled it pretty well tonight.
He has played third and short in the past, but
He
this
has.
season,
He
ever
has
since
not.
his ACL injury, he has been relegated typically to just pitching only.
That brings in
Swing and a miss, strike one by Drake Cook.
Cook, the left fielder.
0-1 the count. Keene delivers. That's high. Ball one. Count 1-1.
Keene already at 85 pitches.
And I see the Tigers warming up someone out there.
I cannot
can
see that far.
Ty Bilbrey warming up someone in the bullpen. Dad might be able to take a look with his binocular and
Binoculars.
see. Swing and a miss. Strike two for Drake Cook.
If the Tigers could get 3 up and 3 down and get in, we could have an inning just like Allen County's first
Absolutely.
half.
Swing and a
There
miss,
we
strike
go.
three, and that's going to end the inning.
We'll take
And
it.
for the first inning of the game in the top of the fourth, the Patriots do not score a run. And so they still lead 9-1. Tigers going to have to do some catching up before their innings run out. And the bottom of the fourth would be a good time to get it started. Stay with
Absolutely.
us right here on Tiger Radio. Chavez pitching from the windup. Tigers going to try to chip away at this deficit. Here's the pitch. Hard hit
Hard
ball
hit.
that may
Come
be in
on,
the
get
gap.
the gap.
Nope. Right fielder able to get over to it. It was just too high and stayed up too long.
And that's the way he's flown out both times, flown out to center and flown out to right. We've just got to find the hole somewhere. Jacob Hunt reached and scored. He's the only Tiger to cross the plate tonight on a stand-up double and then scored on an error.
So senior Jacob Hunt steps in.
Jacob,
Chavez.
left-handed batter.
He hits this one. It's going to be a ground ball to second base, but the first
Nobody's there.
baseman,
Okay.
that would be an error by
On
the first baseman.
I don't know where he was going.
He went over to somehow thought he was going to get the ground ball, but I guess he forgot that there's not anybody to back him up at
Yeah.
first. And so
We'll take it.
Yeah,
Listen, we
Hunt's gonna be on
need
base.
we
Hunt-
need base runners
Hunt has batted twice tonight, which is probably twice as much as he's batted all year.
season. That's what I was trying to
And
look back
been
at
on
how
base
many
both
times
times.
he has actually batted. He's had 7 at bats.
7 at bats, okay.
7 at bats.
It just feels like less than 7.
yes.
And so Hunter Patterson steps up to the plate. First pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Count 1-0. Hunt takes his lead on first. Chavez from the stretch. Here's the pitch inside and high for ball two. Count 2-0.
Back in the second, Patty reached on an error and was stranded on second base.
Chavez comes set. Delivers way high. Goes to the backstop. Hunt is headed to second, and he's going to stand up on second base on the wild pitch from Chavez. And Patterson now has a 3-0 count, and he may get the signal to watch the next one. Cooper going to go out and talk to Chavez after 3 straight balls.
Shortstop come in to give a little encouragement. Allen County looking for their second win of the season.
They start a little bit later than we do in Tennessee, up in Kentucky. And so they're only 16 games in. The Tigers are 24 games in. Patterson shows bunt, then pulls back, and
he called strike one.
3-1 is the count. 1 out, 1 man on for the Tigers.
Tigers are deep into the season with just a handful of games really left before district play starts.
Only 6 regular season games after tonight. Only 2 home
Two
games
home
left
games.
and 4 away games. 2 district games left in the season, and then district play will begin in early May. Chavez comes set on the 3-2 pitch, delivers in the dirt. Patterson going to take a walk.
And that's going
Hunt on the pass ball is going to go on down to third. Good presence of mind for Hunt to go ahead and head to third on the pass ball, even though it was a walk.
That brings in Tyler Gregory, senior, playing left field tonight.
Now with runners at the corners, 1 out, the Tigers looking to try to put some more runs across the plate, and they need to now.
Now would be a big time for a big inning. At least cut this lead in half would be great.
Mm-hmm. Gregory steps up. Chavez comes set. Here's the pitch. Gregory watches that one.
He likes them low like that.
He likes them low, and that one's a shade outside, but he called it strike one. Now these guys know where it is. If it's right down the middle, right across the belt, it's a ball.
It sure is.
If it's at your knees, it's a strike.
It's a strike, but he's been consistent like that.
And there's another one.
Absolutely.
Strike two at the knees. 0-2 the count.
And it has been a strike there all night for him.
And if that's where he likes it to be a strike, then that's where it's a strike.
That's where it
tonight.
is. He's the man.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Chavez trying to keep it low. Kept it real low. 1-2 the count.
Throws down to first, trying to get Patty. Patty graduating number 10 in the class of 2024.
Great young man.
Fantastic. Ooh.
Patty actually plans to attend school to get an engineering degree and then become a land surveyor.
I couldn't remember. I was trying to think earlier what he said because I thought he would be excellent at that.
He's very good at math.
Absolutely he is.
And good high ACT and great grades, number 10 in the class, and just an overall good, hard-working young man. Mom and Dad should be real proud. 3-2 pitch coming. That's high. And
now we've got bases loaded.
Chavez's turn to load the bases.
That brings in Jordan Rogers,
With
playing
one out.
center field tonight, batting in the number 9 slot, senior. Oh, and we have called time.
Going to come out and have a conversation with Chavez after the walk for Patterson. And so going to see if we've got a pitching change or just a pitching discussion.
I always feel so sorry for whoever has to come in with bases loaded if they change the pitcher, because what a hard place to have to come in.
Typically, we have our senior night on the last game, the last home game of the season.
Yes.
However, you might notice we mentioned there are 2 more home games left of the season, as the Tigers will be taking on Trousdale County on the 25th here at home, and then taking on White House on Monday, the 22nd. Here at home in a district game. However, Tyler Gregory, we mentioned him playing football, he is having elbow surgery tomorrow. And so they moved up senior night so
Tommy
he could
John.
participate. Tommy John surgery tomorrow. We wish him all the best in that
Another
surgery.
fantastic young man. He's dealt with that elbow injury for a long time. He wants to get it taken care of.
Get it fixed so he can go to college and
play some football.
Get on that football field.
That's right.
First pitch to Rogers is low for ball 1. 1-0's the count. 1 out.
Big hit right here.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1. Ball 2.
Or we'll take a walk. Any way to score a run, we'll take
Run
it.
in will be fine.
1 out. Tigers down 9-1 here in the bottom of the 4th.
2-0 pitch in the dirt. Now it's 3-0. If he walks a run in, the Allen County-Scottsville coach may have some plans. Don't know who they pitched earlier in the week. Don't know who they have left over on the Patriot side. 3-0. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 4. That'll walk in Jacob Hunt to score for the Tigers. That'll make the score 9-2.
So maybe the Tigers could string something together. Here we are at the top of the lineup.
Reminiscent of the top of the first.
Yes.
When Allen County had bases loaded, walked in a few runs, kept the bases loaded, and all we're missing right now is those big base hits.
Find some gaps, find the hole.
And if Chavez can throw some strikes, we may get some of those.
We'll take an error or two on their part and
Absolutely.
sneak some runs in and make this a ball game.
Chavez from the windup, bases loaded, 1 out. Braylon Flowers at the plate, low, ball 1. Now Chavez having trouble finding the plate.
And when you're down to Thursday night, you wonder how many pitches have they thrown, who have they got left, what can they do? This may be, they may be down to not having very many pitchers.
It's going to be a hard hit fly ball to Flowers. Looks like the center fielder's going to call for it. And the left field, no,
Ooh.
center fielder and left fielder almost collided. Going to have
That's
a tag up as
Patty's going to cross the plate.
Patty crosses the plate
So-
for the third run for the Tigers. Flowers on the
With us.
fly out will head back to the dugout. And so with 2 outs, you'll have Jordan Rogers on first, Tyler Gregory on second, Hayden Dean at the plate.
And that could have been trouble out there. That left fielder crossed in front of the center fielder. And
Almost collided.
Ooh.
9-3 is the score. Tigers with a small rally here in the bottom of the fourth would like to keep that going.
Dean with a stand-up double and then got caught in a double play.
Swings at that one hard, fouls it off into the backstop.
Chavez is only at 64 pitches, so he's still got plenty of pitches to go.
Count 0-1. Here's the pitch to Dean. That's high for ball one.
Dean, the DH, sophomore.
That's going to be in the dirt, and Gregory's going to steal third on the wild pitch.
Getting a slide in
first.
head first. You know, and you think this is his last high school baseball game, so
Go for
I'd
it.
absolutely go for it. Tyler Gregory, another fine young man. These seniors, I have grown to just love them, see them in the hall. I've not had any of them in class, but I have been around them quite a bit.
Runners at the corners. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Hayden Dean. Swung on,
He's
fouled
wanting
off.
it. Dean, big cuts. Runners
2-2.
at the corners.
2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Dean. He's going to hit it to the third baseman. He's going to bobble
Bobbles it.
but he's going to pick it back up, make the ground out at first, and that's going to end the fourth inning. Tigers chip away a little. It's 9-3. We'll come back in the top of the fifth. They've got a few more innings to go and some more work to do. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Country 102 WLCT. Now we're going to go back to action. First pitch from Keene. Ball one. He's trying to throw it low, but that was a little too low.
Yeah.
1-0. Count now to Colton Sullivan.
Sullivan has walked twice and
That's
singled.
going to be a strike. That's a good low pitch. 1-1's the count.
That's right. Keene working on 89 pitches.
Change up, low, but strike two.
That's
real low.
And this is a small batter. He's got a small strike zone as it is.
And he check swing.
Ooh.
Did he go? And umpire says no, he did not go. So that's
It
going
was
to be
close.
ball two. That ball was in the dirt, and we thought that Sullivan.
I thought he broke his wrist, but
Yeah.
I would have to go back and look. I wasn't paying that much attention.
So 2-2 the count now to Sullivan. Here's the pitch from Keene. That's going to be a check swing. That's going to be a foul ball on the first base side. 2-2, still the count. No outs. And that's going to be,
Ooh, wee.
oh, Soup,
Oh my
Soup
goodness,
is so
Soup
frustrated.
he was wanting it, and boy, that was pretty.
3-2 the count now.
I'm not sure if you watch this back on NCTC. I hope they have a better vantage point maybe than we do.
And that one's going to be low for a walk.
Oh, and that hurts. Because that last pitch was very pretty.
Mm.
From where we're sitting, it looked good.
Number 4, Jay Disman, shortstop.
Disman reached on an error and scored. Grounded out. Second batter in this lineup. It's his third time at bat. Throw over from Keene.
Able to get back in time. Sullivan, before Poston applies the tag. Disman steps back in. Keene comes set. Here's the pitch. And he hits him. And so Disman will head down to first base. Runners on first and second now for the Patriots. And Hudson's going to come back out, and we're going to have a pitching change.
Now let's see what happens.
This may be when we have a lineup change.
Well, now they're not all standing there, so I don't know what's happening.
And so Hudson is going to switch out pitchers, and
Is that-
Landon Connor, it appears, is going to come out on the mound. Left-handed pitcher.
Plays left field for the Tigers. On a normal, not senior night, he's played left field. Chase King comes out with 97 pitches. 1, 2, 3 strikeouts for King.
And so Landon Connor's going to warm up on the mound for the Tigers. Tigers down 9-3. We're in the top of the 5th inning.
Runners on first and second.
First pitch high, ball 1.
Tigers looking for 3 quick outs.
Get back on offense.
Get back on offense. We've got to string together some hits.
Connor checks the runner. That's
Nice
going to be a
pitch
strike.
by Connor.
Ball 1, strike 1 to Eli Stamper. Connor comes set. He checks his runners. There's the pitch. That's going to be a hard hit ball to the
Right
gap
in the gap.
between left and center. Tyler Gregory bobbles it. He's going to try to throw it to the cutoff man, Patterson, but Colton Sullivan is going to score.
Sullivan was on his horse. He was scoring no matter what.
Scored from second base on the base hit.
Now batting, number 17, Eddie Chavez.
And that's what the Tigers haven't been able to do tonight. They couldn't find a gap.
Eddie Chavez, the pitcher, number 17, steps up to the plate. The Patriots now lead 10-1 in the top of the 5th. There's going to be a bunt foul. Now what the Patriots can do with 1 run here, take an 11-1 lead, and if the Tigers don't score in the bottom of the 5th, that's your baseball game, as the Tigers will fall victim to the run rule. A 10-run lead after 5 innings ends the game. Chavez steps in. Here's the pitch from Connor. That is a
Goodness gracious.
ball 1.
It's a good thing I'm not televised because I know my voice says it all, but my face really says it all.
1-1's the count to Chavez now. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 2.
Allen County had scored 7 runs back in the first inning, and then scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third, none in the fourth, and then they've scored 1 in the 5th is how they have gotten to 10 runs. That first inning has just really hurt the Tigers.
Take off the first inning, we have a 3-3 ball game. It's that first inning that got us.
It's that first inning that got us. And the Tigers have not been able to have that big inning.
2-1 pitch. Swung on.
Big cut.
Missed strike 2. Count 2-2 to Chavez. No outs, 2 runners on. And the Patriots with a 9-run lead. Connor.
Disman
comes
on
set.
second with a huge lead.
There's the pitch. Ball 3.
Full count. And you can see the frustration on the faces, and you can tell by Soup's body language. He's just so frustrated.
Connor steps up. This is the 3rd pitcher for the Tigers today. Connor comes set. Delivers. That's hit. Foul ball on the first base side over the press box. Count remains 3-2.
The Tigers split with Portland back on Monday night, and Tuesday night used Jacob Hunt, Hunter Patterson, the top 2 pitchers, seniors for the Tigers. So we're using different pitchers.
That's going to be swung on and fouled off on the
We're
first base
going to have to go get some more baseballs.
on the 3-2 pitch. Count stays 3-2. And Chavez stays alive at the plate. Stamper on first. Disman on second. Connor comes set. Delivers. That's going to be possibly a base hit. in right field.
Bounced in front of Hunt.
One hopper. And so the Patriots load the bases with no outs,
Now batting number
leading
8,
10-1
Charles
in the
Jeffries.
top of the fifth inning.
Now, we definitely do not need a big inning from them again.
Charles Jeffries, number 8, the third baseman, steps up.
Fifth batter here in the top of the fifth.
Connor comes set, delivers, swing and a miss, strike one.
Nowhere to put Jeffries. I would like to put him back in the dugout.
Dribbler back to Connor, needs to come back home for a force out at home. Play it any bag. High, ball one. Count 1-1. Connor comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed,
Big
ball
cut.
2, and throws over to third to Patterson. Soup
Got him.
throws over to Patterson, and he throws out Jay Disman for a double play. Oh, no, excuse me, for the one out. I thought that was a
One out.
strikeout.
I was thinking it was too, but
It's 1-2.
1-2 the count
1-2 the
to
count.
Jeffries.
And then, but they get the one out as they pick off Disman at third, the lead runner. Connor comes set again. Here's the pitch. That's hit
In the gap.
between third and short. Tyler Gregory is going to throw it home to keep the runner from coming home. That's a good heads-up play by Gregory. Patterson cuts it off, but it holds the runner at third. Bases loaded again with one out, and that's going to bring Levi Cooper, the catcher, up to the plate. The Patriots have poked the ball all day
They
long.
have, all in the little spots.
You will notice the Patriots, when they're swinging, they're not trying to hit it over the fence.
They're just looking for base hits, and
They're
that's
looking-
what we
and that's
need
what
to
they're
do.
getting. We have a lot of guys who swing hard,
Yes.
but we have a lot of pop-ups. We have all season. Swing and a miss,
Two
strike
quick
two.
strikes to Cooper.
Sometimes just poking the ball is all you need. Connor comes set. Here's the pitch. Strike
oh,
three.
that's a strike for him all night long.
Called out.
Two quick outs now.
Now batting
If we can get out of this with
Albert.
only one run scoring, we will be in good shape.
If we can keep the Patriots from scoring one more run, then we will at least be able to force a sixth inning.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
it's
it's 10 to 3.
It's
10 to 3. Yeah, we scored those two back in the.
That's right. I'm sorry. And that's going to be a
He just step on second and the force out.
one hopper to Braylon
That's right.
Flowers. He grabs it, steps on second wisely, and that's going to be the end of the inning. Here I thought it was 10-1 the
It
whole
was-
time.
Well, and
We
you
can't
said
see the
that we
scoreboard.
can't. No, and I was going back and counting. Yeah, we scored two back in the fourth. Remember? So there you go.
So take away all that I said
That's right.
about the one-run thing. They have to actually have
It's okay.
3 runs to make it a
It
run
has
rule
been
game.
a long night. We
It
just
has been.
think the heat got to us.
The
is
heat,
what it is.
absolutely. We could just now see the field well.
That's right. Soup Woodard is the leadoff for this inning. He bats third in the Tiger lineup.
First pitch from Chavez is high for ball 1. Got a late start tonight. Supposed to start at 5 o'clock tonight after our senior night activities. And Allen County had some bus issues, and they were not able to get here and get started until about 5:45. And so if there is a JV game, which typically starts at 7, it will also
It'll
be
a little
late.
later.
Foul ball, 1-1 the count. Swung and missed by Soup Woodard. Hard swing.
Just
Strike
like you
two.
were saying earlier, you know, we're swinging for the fences. We just need to make contact.
1-2's the count. Here's the pitch. That's a floater.
Whoa.
Way high. Even count 2-2 to Soup Woodard.
Chavez at 72 pitches.
That's in the dirt.
Boy, I wish we could have had somebody on base right there.
Full count. 3-2 to Soup Woodard. No outs. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and he pokes it, and it's going to go down the first base side, but it's going
Must
to
have
fall foul,
foul.
I'm assuming. Yes, he's picking his bat back up and headed back to the plate. We can't see because of the visitor dugout exactly what happens. Once it passes the edge of the visitor dugout where Coach Craighead is standing.
You got a big blind spot right there.
We can't see what happens. 3-2's the pitch. That's low, so Soup's going to walk. And that's going to bring up Hayes Polston.
Polston has flown out both times up. Flown out to center field, flown out to the shortstop. So he's looking for his first hit, and this would be a great time to do it.
Got some dark clouds gathering in the west.
Rolling in.
Here's the first pitch to Polston. He starts to go but holds back. High, ball 1. Count 1-0 to Polston. Woodard on first base. He throws over. Chavez throws over to Stamper, but Soup able to get back in plenty of time.
Chavez struggled a little bit back in the 4th inning and allowed us to score 2 runs, so I would be patient at the plate here. Make him work.
Next pitch, ball 2. We know that strike zone is small.
Very. And low.
2-0 the count. Way high. And Soup's going to go to second on the wild pitch. He's going to round second. And Cooper gets that one from the backstop, tosses it back to Chavez. Now we've got a 3-0 count at the plate with Soup Woodard on second base with no outs.
I'm anxious to see here how long, if we get another on base, how long they leave him on the mound.
Polston shows bunt, then pulls back. 3-1, called strike.
That was low, just like all he likes them down low in the zone.
Chavez comes set. There's the pitch. That was low. Polston swings hard.
And he had to swing. That would have been a strike.
Yep.
I mean, he knew if he's watched any, that was going to be a called strike, so he had to swing.
3-2 is your count. Full count again. Lots of full counts tonight. Chavez comes set, delivers, and that's way too low. And Polston's going to take a walk. Chavez gets his second walk of the inning. And that brings up Landon Connor, who came in to pitch for Chase Keene. And so with 2 runners on, left-handed Landon Connor comes in to face the right-handed Chavez.
This is the first time Connor has seen Chavez.
Hopefully his teammates have told him
That's
where
right,
the strike
where
zone
the strike
is.
zone is. Now we have a time from the coach for Allen County. He's going to come out and talk to his pitcher.
Maybe a pitching change.
The pitcher took his glove off.
So they're going to talk about it. Maybe asking him how his arm feels.
Yeah, he's at 82 pitches. I think they can go 120. Is that correct?
Yes. He leaves him in.
You know, and you have to wonder, do they have any more games this week? How many games have they played? If they played some district games, you know, you don't know where they are with their pitching.
That definitely makes a difference.
Huge difference.
In your decision.
When you get into district play, that's.
They actually have a game Saturday versus LaRue County. And they are in a different region.
I started to say I don't even know where that is. So that big cut from Landon Connor for strike 1.
0-1. Here's the pitch. That's low for ball 1.
Tigers getting healthy leads. No outs. Tigers down 10-3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off into the catcher's glove for strike 2. Count 1-2 to Landon Connor now. No outs, 2 runners on for the Tigers. And with a 10-3 deficit, they like to get these guys across the plate.
We need runs any way we can get them. Base hits.
Floater swung on and missed. Strike 3, fouled off into the catcher's glove. And when you foul it off the catcher's glove on the third strike,
you're out.
You're out. That's going to bring up number 11, Jacob Hunt, senior. He's been on base both times he's batted
That's
tonight.
right, and he scored both times he's batted. He accounts for 2 of the runs that have crossed the plate. He doubled, stand-up double off of Chavez in the 2nd inning and then reached on an error in the 4th.
That's a low pitch for ball 1.
Another left-hand batter. Wears number 11.
Chavez comes set. Delivers. That's in the dirt for ball 2. If he walks the bases loaded, you got to think the Allen County staff,
If they have
will
somebody.
be thinking about it if
absolutely.
they have somebody that they're not holding for Saturday. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is going to be a
Sky
fly
high.
ball to right field. It's going to be caught. Woodard's going to tag up on second and go to third. He's going to dive in head first. He'll be safe at third. And so with 1 out on the sac fly, Woodard gets in a scoring position at third.
So now runners on the corners. That brings in Patty. Hunter Patterson's playing third base tonight. He's our number 2 pitcher. Pitched Tuesday night against Portland. Patty has reached on an error, walked in the 4th, and scored.
Takes his practice swings. Catcher Cooper calls his play for the Patriots. Chavez comes set. Holston on first. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 1. That's high for this game.
That's right.
Ball 1. Most games that's a strike, but
Yeah.
it's high for tonight. Ball 1 to Hunter Patterson. 1-0 the count. There's the pitch. That's strike 1.
Sure is. 1-1.
Patterson can't believe it.
But it's been a strike for him all night
Been a
long.
strike all night. Right across the knees.
That's right.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. There you go.
He goes golfing.
Swung at the strike. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. And that's going to be 3 outs.
Strand 2.
So the Tigers come up empty in the bottom of the 5th. We're going to the top of the 6th. The Patriots are going to be back at bat. Landon Connor's going back to the mound for the Tigers. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Country 102 WLCT. Connor comes set. Check swing.
Yes,
Strike
absolutely.
1. 0-1 now to Dusty Hayes.
Hayes has walked, reached on an error, and grounded out.
Second pitch is right across the knees, but that one's a ball. Ball 1, strike 1 for Dusty Hayes.
Hayes scored back in the 1st inning.
There's the pitch. That one's a little higher across the
Wow.
belt for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Dusty Hayes. Connor comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Hitting the backstop. 1-2. The count stays.
The clouds are rolling in.
Connor comes set again. Here's the pitch.
Little outside.
Ball 2. Even count. 2-2 to Dusty Hayes.
We're in the top of the 6th inning. Tigers down 10-3.
Here's the pitch. Swung on.
Big cut.
Strike 3 and strikeout for Landon Connor. That's going to bring up number 21, Drake Cook.
Strikeout number 1 for Connor.
Drake Cook.
Oh, number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 for Connor. I didn't mark where he came in and started pitching.
Tigers with 4 strikeouts on the night.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Statistically, as I mentioned before, all season long, when the Tigers strike out 10 batters, we win the ball game.
Cook has gone 1 for 3 tonight.
Second pitch, both of them strikes, swung on. Strike 1, strike 2. It's 0-2 now.
Connor kind of getting in a rhythm on the mound.
Strike 3.
Strike 3.
Another strikeout for Connor.
That's right. Now
5 strikeouts on the night for the Tigers.
we're back at the top of the lineup for Allen County. Sullivan, the second baseman. A base hit for tonight. and 3 walks. He's crossed the plate twice.
Connor comes set. There's the pitch. Fouled off. First base side. 0-1 the count.
Connor working pretty quickly.
Connor comes set again. Here's the pitch. That's low.
For a strike.
For a strike. You see it down there in the dirt, and he says
right.
strike 2. Called strike. 0-2 is the count. That one hit the plate. Did he go? Check swing. And he says he did not go. And so the count is 1-2.
2 quick strikeouts for Connor. We would like for this to be 3.
3 up, 3 down would be great for the Tigers here. Connor comes set. Delivers. Strike 3.
Strike 3. Called strike 3.
That's 6 strikeouts for the Tigers, 4 for Connor. And that's 3
right.
outs in the top of the 6th inning. Tigers are going to come back on offense in the bottom of the 6th and see if they can put some runs across the plate. Stay with us. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Country 102 WLCT.
I don't think we ever played Allen County when my boys played.
We haven't played them in years. It was
Okay.
an old rivalry from the 80s,
Yes,
90s.
yes.
And kind of rekindled that this year. Here's the first pitch from Tanner Doris to Tyler Gregory.
Tyler Gregory, yes.
It's low for ball 1. The velocity on these pitches are not as high as Chavez. The Tigers might be able to do something with it. Gregory early on that one, he fouls it off into the backstop.
Sometimes that's hard to change your timing, though, and makes it a little difficult.
It sure is. Ball 1, strike 1 to Tyler Gregory after the foul ball.
Tigers at 8-9-1 in the lineup.
Second pitch, third pitch to Gregory is low for ball 2.
2-1 the count to Gregory.
Doris winds up, delivers, swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2-2 the count to Tyler Gregory.
We mentioned earlier Tyler Gregory, a senior, having Tommy John surgery tomorrow. So we wish him the best.
This will be his final baseball game of his career. Hard hit ball to the shortstop. It's an error.
It's bobbled, and he's going to get on base.
Tyler Gregory gets on base. And I know that he is glad to see that. Mom and Dad out there.
That's right.
Proud to see Tyler with a hit to get on base. Great job. He's done a lot of pinch running this year for the Tigers. But in this last game, Coach Hudson letting all 4 seniors play this whole game. Come what may, going to let the seniors play the last game.
Yeah.
And it's not a district game. And you don't want to say games don't matter.
No.
But it matters sometimes to let these guys play their last game here as seniors, especially Tyler playing his last game as a senior. Glad to see that.
That brings up
Tyler on first base. Jordan Rogers at the plate. That's going to be a fly ball.
Sky-high fly ball to left field for Rogers.
Fielder just camps out under it, makes the catch. And so another fly out for the Tigers.
The Tigers have not struck out a whole lot tonight. We just can't
We have had a
find a hole, or we're popping straight up.
A lot of flyouts all season long, and
Now we're back at the top.
Some work on poking the ball might be in order to get it. If you can get it over the infielder's head and drop it in front of the outfielders, you can win all day long.
Absolutely.
Gregory takes a lead as the pitch comes across the plate low to Braylon Flowers for ball 1.
Flowers.
1-0.
Yeah, he's flown out to center field twice tonight and grounded out to the second baseman. He's looking to be on first base.
And that's popped straight up. The catcher is called for it, and he makes the catch. And so that's the second fly out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Hayden Dean with 2 outs.
Hayden Dean had a double back in the 3rd inning, then got doubled up, caught in a double play.
1 man on base in Tyler Gregory. Hayden Dean steps in. Doris comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to the third baseman. He's going to make the throw to first for the ground out. Hayden Dean will be the 3rd out for the inning. And so the Tigers, they have one more chance to hold the Patriots and come back on offense to at least tie this ball game. They're down 10-3 going into the top of the 7th on senior night. You're listening to Country 102, the home of Tiger baseball, WLCT, on defense. First pitch is fouled off into the backstop.
Disman has hit the ball every time up, scored back in the first inning, in that huge first inning.
Second one is a called strike one. Strike two. After the foul ball. 0-2 the count. Jay Disman.
Landon Connor, a left-handed pitcher, a junior.
There's the pitch. That's glanced off. It's picked up by Jay Wilson. Glanced off the glove of Connor.
Kind of slowed it down, yeah.
Picked it up in front of second base. Tried to make the throw on the run. One hopper to Polston, but not in time. Disman is on first base. And that brings up Eli Stamper, the first baseman. Connor comes set, delivers, low.
A little bit low.
Ball one. Connor checks his runner on first, throws home and hits Stamper. Hit by pitch. He's going to head down to first base. So with no outs, the Patriots have two on base.
They're getting a little fired up over there in the dugout. I haven't heard a whole lot from them until now. The Patriots are, I should say. Our dugout looks a little down over there.
Yeah. They're not as fired up.
No.
Eddie Chavez, the pitcher, steps up to the plate.
Big gut.
He was pitching.
He was pitching.
I didn't see him in the field.
So
I'm wondering how that works. He's still in the batting lineup, even though they subbed him out in the field and pitcher.
I did not see him unless they.
Well, they couldn't sub him back in because then the pitcher couldn't sub back in the next inning. Maybe he was in right field and we didn't see him.
Very well. That's what we're going to say. That's what happened.
That is possible.
That is possible because we cannot see over there.
1-2's the count to Chavez. Runners at first and second for the Patriots. Landon Connor doing the work. He comes set, checks his runners, delivers inside.
Just a little inside.
Even count 2-2.
Tigers down 10-3 in the top of the 7th. Two quick hits and a hit by pitch.
And he swings on that one. That's going to be a foul ball. Count remains 1-2.
After that long first inning, it seems like this game has been going forever.
It does.
And when you're down 10-3, it feels like it.
That's right. That's going to be
another base hit
to
for
center
Allen
field.
County.
And Jordan Rogers hits his glove but gets away from him.
Nice throw back in.
Good throw back in, but Allen County's going to score. Jay Disman scores from second base on the one hopper to Rogers. And so 11-3 is your score here in the top of the 7th.
And Allen County has done that all night long. They have just popped the ball
after base hit.
And just right in the hole. Drop down in front of our outfield. Not that the outfield's played badly. They've just hit the ball.
They're just solid base hits. 0-1 on the foul ball to number 8, Charles Jeffries, the third baseman. Connor comes off the mound, asking for a new baseball, and he gets one. And so 0-1's the count to Jeffries. No outs. Runners on second and third for the Patriots.
They're at number 5 in their lineup.
Connor comes set. Delivers. That's going to be hit to Braylon Flowers at short. He looks the third base runner back. Throws it to first.
Oh, and the ball pops out.
There's a play at home. Soup Woodard catches it, but as
The
he goes
ball
to
popped
apply
out.
the tag, the ball pops out. And so the Patriots, after the runner is safe at home, will now lead 12-3.
Now batting number
Tigers
14,
put it out on the
Levi
board.
Cooper.
A good thought by Polston. Good throw. Just the ball just popped
Out. That's going to bring up Levi Cooper, the catcher. And Connor, from the stretch, delivers the pitch. Swung on, missed. Strike one.
Cooper with a walk, a single, and 2 strikeouts on the night.
Here's the pitch. He's
We're
going
gonna
to try to throw him
down.
out at third, and Chavez able to get back.
And you can bet a lot of games we're going to get at least one. Soup's got a good arm. We're going to catch somebody off at least one time each game.
Mm-hmm.
Count 1-1 to
Here's
Cooper.
the pitch. Swung on. It's a foul ball out of play on the first base side. 1-2's the count.
Cooper the catcher.
One out. One runner on third. Patriots lead 12-3. Top of the 7th inning. Here's a pitch from Connor.
A little high.
Little high.
2-2 the count. Allen County has scored at least one run in every inning except for the 4th and the 6th.
Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's a foul ball. On the third base side, Patterson will pick that up. Everybody's going to reset. Count 2-2. One out, one runner on third.
I'm still trying to figure out how Chavez, he has to be in right field. Pitched most of the game, and now he's still in. I'm
After
trying
a
to
new
figure that
pitcher
out.
came in.
That's right.
That's going to be swung on and fouled off again toward the Patriot dugout.
Connor at 62 pitches.
Wow.
Yeah. And he entered back in the middle of the 5th inning. Has 4 strikeouts.
Connor comes set, delivers. Another foul.
Another foul ball. That's how he's at so many pitches. They have fouled off a ton of baseballs tonight. Wind's kind of picking up, blowing from left field to right. It's looking very unlikely for a JV game tonight.
You're right. Check swing. Drop third strike. And so Soup throws that down to first to get the out to Polston. And that is going to bring up number 3, Bryce Calvert.
Now batting number 3, Bryce Calvert.
That was the 5th strikeout for Connor tonight. Calvert singled, walked, struck out, and grounded out. Calvert bats in the 7 slot.
Here's the pitch. Check swing foul into the backstop. Strike 1. Oh and 1, 2 outs. Chavez still on third. Connor comes set. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Calvert plays right field.
Connor delivers, and he gets him
Called strike
on a
3.
called strike. That's the 6th strikeout for Connor, the 8th strikeout of the game for the Tigers. And now the Tigers will have one more chance when we come back in the bottom of the 7th. It's 13-3. It's 12-3. Tigers 9 runs down. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a hard hit ball to the center fielder for the fly out. And so that's one out.
Go.
That'll bring up Hayes Polston, left-handed batter.
Polston flown out, and walked. I mean, I probably should have been counting how many times we've flown out tonight.
Several. Doris from the windup. Here's the pitch. Polston swings on the first pitch, fouls it off on the third base side.
11 flyouts.
11 flyouts tonight. There's only 21 outs in a 7-inning game,
and
11 of them, more than half, have been flyouts. 0-1 the count to Hayes Polston. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball one. Count 1-1 to Polston. 1 out, no one on. Tigers trailing 12-3 in what may be the last inning. Hard hit ball.
Straight up.
Polston to center field. He's
This
going to
could
come
be.
up and fly out for the 12th fly out of the game for the Tigers.
We have given that outfield a workout tonight.
That is 5 fly balls the center fielder has caught.
And he's been able to just camp out under them.
Right.
They've
Right.
not been spectacular catches, just routine fly
catches.
balls.
Landon Connor comes up to the plate, batting in the 5th slot, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. First pitch swung on, strike one. Patriot dugout getting fired up with 2 outs in the last inning.
Looking for that second win. Oh, yeah.
Called strike 2. 0-2 is the count. Swung on and missed, strike 3 in 3 straight pitches. The game is over.
That's
Tigers dropped this one by a score of 12-3.
We just never could come back from that huge first inning. We just couldn't get out of that hole.
Absolutely. Tigers' record moves to 14-10-1, whereas the Allen County-Scottsville Patriots record will move to 2-15 on the season. The Tigers are off tomorrow night. Don't have any weekend games. The next game for the Tigers will be here at home on Monday, the 22nd, at 7 o'clock p.m. when White House comes to take on the Tigers in a district game.
District game.
2 more district games for the Tigers.
We want to welcome everyone tonight to our annual senior night activities. We have 4 seniors tonight that we want to honor for their accomplishments, for their hard work, for their dedication to their team, to their school, for the example that they have set in their school and their community. We want to tell them that we're proud of them and we want to wish them the best. We're going to introduce these guys to you one at a time, tell you a little bit about them, and they have some things that they want to share with you tonight as well. Our first senior tonight is Tyler Gregory. His parents' names are Jeff and Janet Gregory. Tyler plans to attend college to play football and to seek a degree in kinesiology. Tyler would like to share that he wants to thank his parents for everything that they do. He'd like to thank God for saving my soul. I would also like to thank my coaches and my teammates for the 4 years that I have played baseball. Give a big hand for Tyler Gregory. Next, Jacob Hunt, son of Tim and Jalen Hunt. future plans are to enter the workforce. He wants to thank God for blessing me with the talent and ability to play the game I love. I thank my dad for teaching me everything I know and supporting me. Thank my mom for being my biggest fan and always supporting me. Thank my coaches for helping and supporting me these 4 years. Thanks to all my friends, family, and teammates for always being there. Give a big hand for Jacob Hunt. Next up, Hunter Patterson, son of Shannon and Kristen Patterson. Hunter plans to attend Tennessee Tech University to obtain a degree in civil engineering and later become a licensed land surveyor. Hunter would like to say to my parents for supporting me, thank you throughout my baseball journey. Also, thank you to my grandparents for always being there for me. Thank you to all my teammates for being like my family for the last 4 years. Hunter Patterson. Finally, Jordan Wayne Rogers. Jordan is the son of Ashley Kirby and Anthony Rogers. His future plans are to attend TCAT in Hartsville to get a degree in welding. Jordan would like to say, I want to thank the good Lord for saving my soul first and foremost. I want to thank my amazing mother for everything she has done for me over the 18 years of my life. Next, I want to thank my family and my friends for everything. Lastly, I want to thank my fellow seniors for being my boys over the years. Thank you, and I love all of you. Number 2 out, Jordan Rogers. These are our seniors. We have a special presentation for these guys. Their teammates gave them some picture collages, action shots. And while we're looking at those beautiful pictures and while you guys are taking pictures, we want to have a special shout out today to another senior. Very special senior to this team, Cadence Ballou. Thank you, Cadence, for the pictures that are featured in this year's senior posters. KK has taken some incredible shots of the boys throughout the season, and the team is grateful for her support and for capturing these special moments for all of us. These moments will live forever. Thank you, KK. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the seniors, the 2024 graduating seniors from the Macon County baseball team. Congratulations, fellas. We wish you all the best. We love you. Thank you for all you've done for this team and for this school, and we wish you the very best from now on.